Okay, so now if you have the two head pieces cut, we cut those already in the last step, and the very last step we cut the handle. So now you have the handle cut and you have the two head pieces. So you have three pieces of wood that have been cut to angle and to measurement at this point. Okay, so now we have to make a spot for the handle. So I wish I had a way. I'll have to show you. You'll see a picture of how it's supposed to look like before you start. It's a little hard to visualize maybe. But I'll try and show you what we're going to do. Then I'll do it. Then I'll show you what I did. So when we do one together, it'll be easier for you to see. Okay, so I got a lot of markings on this piece of wood. So what's going to happen is this handle is going to go in the middle here, right? So, and right now it can't. So we have to take half of the handle out here and half out here so that the handle can fit all the way through. So we're going to cut basically a chunk out here. That's half the thickness of the handle. And then we'll do the same thing here. Right here, right? We'll cut a chunk out right there. And we'll cut that out. And it will cut out half the width of the handle. So then we'll lay the handle in like that. That piece will fit on top, and they will touch on either side, and we can glue it all together. And that will be our mallet. And then we'll have to sand and shape and do all those things with the chisels, and make the handle thinner the way you want it and everything else. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do. So the first thing you need to do is you need to pick a piece of your handle that's going to go down and width, because this is not exactly square, right? So it's going to be longer one way than the other way. And so what I did is this. I measured. This side was 45 millimeters, and this side was 4 centimeters. So I made this my depth side and this my width side. So when I marked this, I marked lines. First I had to find my middle. So I measured this distance here. This was 119 millimeters. So I went and I measured. So that is 59 and a half. So right at 60 millimeters, and I marked that as my center line. And then since this is 45 centimeters, I marked 22 and a half millimeters here and 22 and a half millimeters here from there. So basically what I did is I put, I knew that 22 and a half was my middle, so I put the middle line right there on 22 and a half. And then I marked at 0 over here, and I marked at 45 over here, because that would be exactly what it is. I don't know if you saw that when I was going over it, but remember when the old measure twice, cut once thing? Okay, I had got my measurements mixed up, and because this one was 4 centimeters and this one was 4.5 centimeters or 45 millimeters, I put that at 22 and a half, and I marked that at 0, so that was correct there. But over here, I had marked it at 4 instead of 4.5 centimeters, so I was actually off. And if I hadn't measured it again, I would have got all that cut and realized, man, it doesn't fit, and I can't figure out why. So that's why we have to go back over this more times than once. And then the other way, it was 4 centimeters, so I'm going to take 2 centimeters off here and 2 centimeters off here, and I'm going to draw that square out. And then I'll show you what we're going to do from there.